This is Dan from Team Rebirth, and it's time for a Hieratic deck profile. So we'll start off with the obvious. We'll go for 3 Tefnut. So your Cyber Dragon, your core of the deck. Sue's your standard tribute target. It can be a +1 if you use its effect to pop something. It's just really useful. Essa, 3 of them is your next one. It's generic normal summon target. It helps if you can't get a Tefnut. Then I run triple Nebda. I've seen people running 2. I've been tempted to run 2 myself. It's just, you need the 3 for consistency, really.
But you are falling out of love with it.
I am falling out of love with it recently. The 2 vanillas, Luster Dragon and Wattail Dragon.
That's coloured in green.
Pretty obvious. Yeah, coloured in green. Got so bored of seeing the blue one. The red MD speaks for itself. Favourite card in the game. Then I run 2 Caius, because now with Hidden Arsle 7 being released, we don't really need the Birdman as much for the OTKs, and this gives me more removal. So I run 2 of these and 1 Birdman, because I still like that option. And I just want the option to have both OTKs.
Birdman's just generally a good card. I mean, it is one of the best tuners that's ever been in
the game. It's one of the best tuners in the game.
To be honest, and upgrade. That's it.
Next up, 3 card D. Draw power. We need it in this deck. It's an OTK deck. So we just want to set up turn 1, turn 2, go for it.
Hopefully get rid of some back row removal.
Or Trag Beat.
Well, we're coming to that now. Gauze. Speaks for itself. 2 Trags. And 2 Maxi. We need the hand traps, and we need the extra draw that Maxi gives us. Just
anything to get
into more OTKs, yeah. Anything to get more Hieratics so we can go for the OTKs, really. Those are my monsters. Let's move on to spells.
Then see the pile and the whole deck.
Yeah. 2 Convocation.
Because it's a 2.
It's Rota, and because it's a 2. Duality for consistency. It's brilliant when you go off with card with this. You just search through 5 cards of your deck for no good reason, and you get 3 of them to your hand. Triple Lance, because it's definitely worth running at 3.
Also, Bottomless is ass.
Bottomless is an ass. Deep Prison's an ass.
Any trap is an ass.
Yeah, pretty much. It's amazing protection, and it gets over big things.
Traps are butt.
Then just the staples: Dark Hole, Reborn, Avarice, Storm, and 2 MST. Just 2 traps, which are 2 breakthrough skills.
Because it has a dragon on it.
No. I used to run Compulse, but it's got bad recently, so I've been testing using a few different traps, and I've found breakthrough skill to be the best of them. It's just the most versatile and useful one.
Messes with Orpheon too.
Yeah.
Bear in mind,
Forces address and things like that.
Bear in mind with this, just saying, if your opponent's playing Evil Swarm and they play a Pandemic doesn't just negate cards on the field; it negates any trap effect. So if you activate this in the grave, it will also be unaffected by this. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a bit of a pain in the arse, but that's why I have a side deck.
There is a chance.
Right. Let's move on to the extra. So start off with the core of it: 3 Atom, standard. 3 Gaia Dragon, standard. Part of the new OTK, M7, 2 of those. It's just brilliant. Gets a card back to your hand, helps you recycle red MD, gets rid of any problem cards from your opponents, and it's 2/7.
Like we said in our previous video, if you've watched it, Hidden Arsle came out yesterday, so Hidden Arsle 7 cards are now legal.
As you can see, it's actually a secret one. I think you can see that.
Yeah, it's a very nice card.
Yeah. 2 Frontal Strike Banter. You need the second one. Just for insurance, really. The first one, for some reason, doesn't go off. Yeah. People go around the first. I like to have the second for protection. Exabeetle just gets around problem cards, really. If I've got 2 level 6s left, I can just use that, get rid of a problem card, overlay into Gaia, and still have a 2/6 beater for the turn.
The main boon of the Exabeetle is the Gaia play, because the thing with Exabeetle is now that we've got M7, Exabeetle can be redundant.
Yeah, I don't really use it much in this.
But it also means you can pick up Exabeetles cheap.
Yeah.
Other than they already are.
Just 2 rank 5s, Volcasaurus. I don't think this needs explanation.
That does need explanation.
And Constell play this. I recently just put this in over Adrius because it just seems to be more consistent removal. Can happen in either player's turn. So it just seems to be a lot better, basically.
Chinese.
It's compulsed with a body.
Yeah. And because I still have the Birdman, I can still run the Synchros, which is a Stardust and a Scrap Dragon. So just protection and removal. And that's my Ghost token.
Yeah, it's a Vanguard card.
Yeah, it's a Vortex Dragon.
Expect
Don't judge.
Vanguard cards as Ghost tokens.
Don't judge. Don't judge.
Yeah, don't judge. Let's go on to the side deck.
Vanguard makes best Ghost tokens.
Right, side deck. I've been changing this a lot recently. But this is what it's looking like now for the regionals, which by the time this goes up, it should have been done. 2 Decree, just don't like back row, basically. 2 Smashing Ground, gets over problem cards, forces Dress, and just forces opponents to waste cards.
Something.
Yeah. 2 Vet Veiler, just swapping in and out as I need. I don't really like maining them, I just prefer the draws Max C gives me.
Made a weird card this format.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything in there.
2 Mind Crush, because pretty much everything in the game as it is searches, so you know what they're going to have. So you'll be able to Mind Crush something of theirs. 2 Electric Virus even.
Either.
Basically because Ophion's a dick. And as is Lagu.
You know we're calling it Either from now on.
Yeah. 2 Battle Fader, just...
Battlefield.
Again, this Electric Virus I've recently just put in just to deal with Ophion. Because this Tribute Summon Caius is one of the few outs this deck has. It's really badly shut down by Ophion, so I need enough side cards to get around it. And finally, 2 Cyber Dragons and a Fortress Dragon just for the any random machine matchup on AC. So, yeah, that's everything. Bye-bye.
This is Team Reverse out.